Welcome to the Make and Design Podcast. I'm your host, Carina Gardner. On this podcast, we're unraveling the everyday joys and dilemmas of design, making, and business. For makers who want to be designers and for designers who are makers, this is your inside scoop to help you grow your business and bring more creativity to your life.
We are in the very midst of summertime, and usually this is the time I hear designers freaking out because sales are low. Guys, sales are low because it's summertime and it's cyclical, and it's been this way since I started designing 20 years ago. It honestly, just summertime, people are outside. I mean, it makes total sense why they're not buying digital files, fabric, like all the things. Sales are going to be lower for most consumer markets in the summertime, and that's okay. However, I still think there are ways that we can keep selling with what we already have. I do have some notes today because we're going to talk about the 3 ways you can sell more with what you already have. And I'm hoping that you guys come into this really like thinking about your businesses. How can I make my design business better? How can I take it to the next level, right? And that means actively implementing, actively working towards creating a business that produces more income. And some of these things I talked to you about in my design bootcamp, and it's certainly the stuff we are talking about all the time in my design suite program, because when you're in a program like that, we are talking about all the time, how do we make it so that our products are distributed in a way that other people aren't talking about? So if you're here for this today, I'm really excited for you. Okay, so 3 ways we can sell more with what we already have. This means not creating new product. This is just taking the designs we currently have. And I hear this all the time. Actually, just a boot camper said this to me, like, I have 200 designs. And I was like, okay, that's great. 200 designs is amazing. But for some reason, designers think, oh, 200 designs, like I have made it. I have a ton of designs out there. It is such a falsehood to believe that 200 designs is the top of the list, okay? Go into any marketplace out there and you will see that the top designers are selling multiple times more than 200. And I think I say this all the time in my design bootcamp. If you want to like be up against designers who are selling 5,000 designs, 10,000 designs, how about 15,000 designs? Then you have to be playing at that level, which takes time, okay? And that's why this whole thing is all about time. Okay, so our first way, we need to find another marketplace, okay? So if we can find another marketplace, we're currently in one marketplace, whether it's another contract or it's a digital entity online. If we can find another marketplace that's doing what we're doing. So for example, those of you who are SVG file designers, sublimation designers, that kind of thing, we're just taking the current designs we have and finding another marketplace for it. We are doing this actively on the Carina Gardner team all the time. We are working on new marketplaces, okay? So I think this is gold. Number 2 is repackage your artwork, which you guys know, if you're in a design bootcamp, I have talked about quite a bit. It's about repurposing your design work. And if you can repackage that design work in a way that makes a ton of sense and you can push it out there in a different marketplace, then wow. Wow, wow, wow. There's tons of power in that. And number 3, you guys, this is so basic, but it feels like people don't think about it. Guys, do a sale. Put on a sale. It's summertime. Sales are low. What about Christmas in July, right? What about a summer camp sale? What about, there are things you can do to put on sale, maybe only for one day, maybe for a month, I don't know. But you are interested as a designer to bring in income, right? So there are things you can do in the summertime. These are 3 amazing things you can do that can help you take the things that you're currently doing and take it to the next level, okay? That was quick and short because guys, the whole process of design, learning how to design, having that skill, that takes time to do. And many of us think, I've just been so intrigued by sort of like the mindset around getting into design. And I think some of you need to hear this because you need to make that shift. And this is a little bit of tough love. But here's the thing. If you want to be a designer, you have to put in the work to build the skill as a designer. But then you also have to put in the work to build a business as a designer. Those are two different skill sets. And both of them we can invest in ourselves and learn from, right? When we go get online classes, when we do an online program, when we go to university, those are things that will help us build a skill set. You guys know what I was really wanting to say there. Okay, so, and when we do that in our design business, we also need to be thinking, this is going to take time. It requires experience. It requires the inside scoop. There are things that we are learning in our design businesses that help us get to the next level, take our design work to the next level, get us into places that are making more money. And so we need to be working on both of those things. The design business bit, not very many people are doing. In fact, I have really struggled to find someone who is doing it, which is why we created my Design Suite program, because we understood that if people didn't get design coaching for their businesses to move to the next level, that it was going to be really difficult for anyone to do anything without any way to find out, where should I go? What should I do? How much time should I put in this? Where are my keywords? Did I do my SEO correctly? And those are things that we really just wanted to make sure that people had, right? So anyway, if you love this episode and you want to learn more, and it's summertime, so you can learn more, you should check out a design boot camp. We have an amazing flexible schedule right now in boot camp. Usually we do this for 1 week of the month or every 2 months. And you have to come to that in order to get the information. Right now we have an ongoing model so that you can get in there and watch it kind of on your own timeline. So if you want to check that out, you can go to carinagardnercourses.com/design bootcamp. I would love to see you there. And if you just love the information that I have here on the podcast, you are also going to love all the PDFs that we give out on my Instagram feed at Carina Gardner. So if you go check that out, you will see that we have a number of different assets that we are so happy to give you just to get you going in this whole design process. We really want to get you on that path of becoming a designer.
Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.